Oopsie. My fault. I was trying to close it out of my phone, and I closed the whole stream down. Cut the whole stream. That was my fault. I was trying to leave it on my phone, and I canceled the stream. So completely screwed that up. This is stream 2.0. And we will. Brutus, what are you doing, dude? You're like pinning my leg to the Mustang. We are going to fix this. Screwed up, folks. I apologize. Let's see if I can pin the link again. Pin the message, and there's Mustang Mike. Yeah, I know, right? I know, super fast. I screwed that up. I was trying to close my phone.
Give us some elbow room here.
Yeah, trying to close my phone, and unfortunately ended the whole thing. And as soon as I did it, I don't know if it was it. Did you guys hear me say "oh no" before?
Yeah, we heard you say "oh no," and then it popped up on top of my screen here. The live has ended.
Yeah.
I was like, "uh oh."
Yeah. Oh well. Oops. Some people probably thought I just ended it.
Sublime will be in here in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, guys, we're not calling that a Sublime move there. That's going to be specifically a Brailsford move there.
Right. I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'm going to put a part in my little deep sink here and spray it with some degreaser. While we're talking.
But yeah, your oil sanding unit, Brailsford, what I was saying is it's always best to replace them every now and again, whether they go out or not. And there's the part's so cheap, it's ridiculous. It's like $10 or something like that, $10-15.
Well, why would it look like it's covered in it looks like it's leaking almost.
It probably is. You might have had a little bit of a valve cover leak or something that leaked down on it.
Okay. Or it actually just looks like it's coated and stuff. I'll have to mess with it.
Yeah, just pop that wire off. It just slips off. It should be a little like a screw sticking out of the head of it.
Okay.
Like a fine screw. You just slip that off of it, unscrew it, and you can unscrew it by hand, usually, or a pair of pliers.
Hey, hopefully I never have to hear that too fast. Nobody's going to do it. One and done.
Yeah, Brailsford the stream. Sublime, he usually just hits the wrong button, backs right off the panel.
Yeah. I got some degreaser soaking on that plate that holds all the accessories on.
Right.
So I'm going to rinse that off here in a second. What's up, Mike's Garage? Hello, sir.
Well, you got your super chat.
You got a super chat for screwing up. But cut off again, I'm not coming back. I wouldn't blame you. I'm surprised you're here to begin with. Thanks for hopping back in.
Mike's Garage, what's going on, bud?
And Mike, how you doing,
Things,
sir?
what's up? Tim Windsor, what's up? Stupid Fast, what's up? Yellowhammer Garage, I ain't seen him in there in a while.
Yeah, he's been here for a little bit. I don't know, Yellowhammer. I haven't really brought it up with the missus too much. I brought it up once, and it was pretty much a no. But I'm going to see if I can make it down for a day to take the kids just to drive around and see like a million Mustangs.
You going to take the Fox Body, or you going to take the Boss?
The Fox Body is not going to be. I'm going to take the Boss, man. Plus, it's got the creature. Another thing I got to work on here is I got to get the AC working again, and just to save my sanity, I'd rather just drive a car that's 100%.
Right.
If I can get the Fox ready and drivable, maybe I'll cruise out to Foxtoberfest. But I gotta have some damn confidence that car's not gonna get me stuck.
Rent you a U-Haul truck and a trailer it out there. If you're just gonna go for the day.
I don't know what I do.
You can rent the pickup trucks for $19.99 a day, or $19.95 a day, or whatever, and the trailer too, $19.95 a day.
Well, I'd have my dad pull me out there if he'd want to go.
Well, there you go. That's what I plan on doing is buying me a pickup truck and a trailer. That way I can trailer mine.
Eleanor, she does not give a rat's behind about Bass Pro Shops. She and it's not about that. It's about we got a new little one. He's only 2 weeks old, and kind of the perception of like dumping him on her. She's been so I like the way I feel right is my wife carried my kid for 9 months. The least I could do is make at least the next 9 months as easy for her as possible. So if that's what she wants, if she needs me here, then I'm going to be here. I need a better icon. I don't know. I mean, your name is Silverback and you got a gorilla, Silverback gorilla. I don't think you can get much better than that. Yeah. And even then, Mike's Garage, I put 2,000 miles on that MG. I never trusted that car. I was always waiting for something to break. It never left me stranded, though. I'll say that. For all the problems that car had, it always got me home before I decided to really start digging into it.
That's the thing about about old cars like that too is they could run like a champ for thousands and thousands of miles, but that one short trip you decide to take in is usually the deciding trip.
You're not kidding. You are not kidding. So the last thing that broke on that car is all I was doing was driving to the damn Advanced Auto Parts. It's 2 miles away from here. And like a spring exploded, the pedal spring exploded under the counter or under the dash. So I thought something literally exploded. And I was like, so because it hit me in the leg and it hurt. And then on the same trip after I replaced the spring, it started sputtering on the way home, like it was starving. That's when I realized that the float had collapsed and was choking, like the motor was just choking itself.
Now your float didn't collapse, your float disintegrated.
Hey, no worries, Eleanor, no worries.
I saw that picture of that float. It was disintegrated. It had a hole in it the size of a quarter.
I know, right? I'm impressed I even drove it.
Right? I'm surprised the float even worked.
MJI. That's funny.
That's right. Get ready for some surprise. You can throw a fistful of money at it and it'll ask for more.
Well, the thing is though, like one thing I've learned so far is Sublime's in the basement.
You could have left him there.
Yeah,
I'll remember that. You'll be left in the basement this weekend.
If I had thrown
literally.
Well, I mean, I probably could have bought I probably could have bought a pretty decent 302 off somebody for the amount of money I've got sitting here in freaking drivetrain parts for the Boss. But I really, really want that Boss to be like bulletproof.
Right.
So that needs to get on there. Which I'm trying to do that I was going to do that conversion video tonight, but I decided not to use the air gun on the or not to mess around with it too much tonight.
The Boss is your primary car. That's pretty, I mean, as far as your Mustangs go, that's your primary car.
Yeah.
That's what started your channel out. The
MG started the channel.
Well,
the Boss took it over, and like that's where my followers started coming from. And then the Fox body is just something I got for happiness for me and my kids. And hopefully,
the Fox body is a project.
Yes.
And the Fox body too is a car that you can actually get your kids out there to wrench on, and it's not that expensive to work on. As far as the Boss is a lot more expensive to work on than that Fox body.
Dude, that blew my mind.
More.
It blew my mind. The amount of money I spent on just replacing the damn. So I tried to buy an OEM radiator for the Boss, and I'm glad I didn't. I went to Mishimoto, which was like half the price. But even that half the price, like the amount of that money cost for that Mishimoto in there, like I could have paid for all the parts I have here for the cooling system I'm replacing, for everything. It's ridiculous. So I'm actually enjoying it. Like, I mean, even the MG, the parts were pretty cheap, but they weren't this cheap. I'm sure I'll find the one thing though that's really going to cost me.
I want to hurry up and get my Fox running. I don't like much. I mean, I could literally have it running in a day's time. But between the rain and the heat and being so damn tired from getting home, when I get home from work and just not having the motivation to get out there and do it,
No Foxy Body Silverback. Well, so that's the thing. I mean, yeah, the parts are definitely wild. I think they're widely available. I mean, even on Amazon, I found most of the stuff I need on Amazon. And but that being said, like that, you'd think that I was having trouble finding parts for the MG. It was easy to get parts for the MG. There was like a one and done shop online that had everything, and the prices weren't outrageous. You did have to pay for shipping, but I mean, you just order it in batches, and it's not a big deal.
Well, say like with the Fox Body, you got LMR, American Muscle. You got
I hate
you got
American
all
Muscle.
you got all kinds of different companies
You hate
out
American
there.
Muscle, Funky hates UPR.
I used to like American Muscle, and then they they sent me that the reason I don't have a Boss radiator is I ordered one and it was completely destroyed, so I sent it back to them, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll overnight you another one. They didn't bother to check their stock, so I'm sitting there waiting for a part that they don't have in stock, and then nobody calls me to tell me they don't have it, and so I call them like, where's my radiator? And like, oh yeah, we don't have any. I'm like, well, so the guy who told me he was going to overnight me one didn't bother to check. And so I ended up buying a Mishimoto to get my car off jack stands, because at that point the Boss had been on jack stands for freaking a month and a half sitting in my garage. Dude, that was so infuriating. I was never been so. And then to top it off, every time I tried to actually leave my experience in a review, it would always say conveniently, can't upload your review at this time.
Yeah, they had you blocked.
Yeah, I want to do a 2-inch scoop. 2 inches would be good.
Yeah, I gotta do a 2-inch. I gotta do a 2-inch cowl hood on mine in order to run the turbo, because the turbo hat that's going to go on top of the Holly Sniper sits up too high. It's an inch and a half. It's an inch and a half taller than the current hood.
I agree, Victor. I agree. My son, I had him. He was inside. It was a hot day, but I forced him to come outside and help me with it. And then he was enjoying it. We ended up replacing the radiator. We were going to do the fan clutch, but we found out we didn't have the right clutch. But after we did the radiator, I was like, all right, we got to go in. I don't want you to get overheated. But he was asking me, and he wanted to go ahead and dive into another project. One sec, guys.
The Roush is down. The guy that owned the Roush that he bought was driving it. It was hot. He went to put the air on. He noticed it wasn't working. Pulled over to see what the problem was. Turned it off. The car wouldn't start. Wouldn't even turn on.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have? He doesn't have any idea what's wrong with it?
Now, well, I don't know. This happened a few days ago, and I just messaged him.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. The air wouldn't work?
Yeah. And then
I bet his alternator went out.
You think?
All right. Biggest misconception of people with cars and stuff. They think just because the battery light comes on that they got a bad battery.
Oh, well, yeah, I know that, yeah.
Also, they think that the alternator runs everything. The battery just starts the car. That's not true. The battery operates every single thing on the car. The alternator's primary purpose is to charge the battery. If the battery goes out, then the alternator, yes, takes over.
Yeah.
But it's not good for your car. It can actually burn your computer up. It can send too much voltage through everything. That's why you have a voltage regulator on your alternator. And if the alternator is putting out, what the alternator does is when the battery voltage drops to a certain point, the alternator kicks in. And then when the battery gets back up to its top voltage, the alternator basically kicks itself out. That's what the voltage regulator does. Well, if the battery goes bad, then the alternator is constantly sending voltage out, and then it burns the voltage regulator up, and then it also starts burning other things up because it's going to overcharge 99% of the time.
Yeah, Chad.
So
I thought,
I guarantee what happened is his alternator went out
yeah.
and his battery wasn't completely charging or completely charged. And as the voltage started dropping, the car automatically starts shutting things off that uses voltage.
Huh.
The air conditioner is number one. The radio is number two because radio does, it uses 12 volts to run it, but it doesn't pull as many amps
Yep.
as what the alternator would,
Gotcha.
or not the alternator, but the air conditioner. So that to go from the air conditioner to the radio, and if you got any lights, headlights on or anything like that, your headlights will go first, then your air conditioner. Just whatever is pulling the most amperage at that moment. And what it's doing is just trying to save the battery, keep from discharging completely.
He was 3.5 hours from his house in another country when that happened.
Yeah, I bet you anything gets. I bet you anything his alternator went out, and his battery went down.
Well, I just sent him a message, and I think it's probably getting up for work in about the next hour, I think.
Yeah, send him a message, have him check his alternator.
He's pretty handy with the engine, so I'm sure. I sent him a message about 5 minutes ago to see if he figured it out.
And see, when you're driving a car like that, you don't always notice your lights pop up on your dash.
Well, yeah. Plus, it's the digital dash, so it's
you don't know something popping up like that. I mean, it's just like that Boss 302 sitting behind Brailsford there. He could be out driving it, and his alternator light or battery light come on, and he might not even be paying attention. He might be looking somewhere else, or out driving around just cruising, enjoying himself, not paying attention, and then just happen to look down at his speed or whatever.
Forrest thinks he broke a belt. That's what I thought it could have been too, that he just simply broke a belt. But I would have figured if that was the case, he would have already figured that out and got back to me and told me that's what it was. And like I said, this happened a few days ago. I haven't heard from him since. But yeah.
It's very well possible he could throw a belt, but if he threw the belt, then the car would have overheated and everything because you got one belt that runs everything.
Mike's garage. Yeah, they need to change the alternator fluid.
You guys are ridiculous.
Well, winter's coming up too. You got to change your air in your tires too, and put that winter air in there.
Plus, you got to get that blinker fluid. Make sure that's up.
Yeah. You got to add alcohol to your blinker fluid. That way it doesn't freeze up on you.
2 belts on a Gen 2. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it had 2 belts on it. I stand corrected.
So yeah, he could be right. But see, that's the thing. Like I said, if it was that easy of a fix, I'm sure he would have figured it out. I mean, he's already changed the plugs on the stuff. He seems like a pretty handy guy around the engine. I'm sure he would have figured that out. Got back to me already. Told me, hey, it was easy fix. The belt. But that would cause it to not turn over. So if it's the air conditioning belt.
Have a good night, Sally.
Have a good night, Sally. So if it's the air conditioning belt, I'm guessing that's also the same belt that runs the whole motor, and then the supercharger system has its own belt. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense. But he was still able to drive the car.
Wait, that's right. That's got a supercharger on it, then on it. So the supercharger is going to have a belt by itself. Everything else is going to have one belt. So
But
your alternator, your alternator water pump, and AC is going to run off the same belt, and power steering.
Yeah, like I said, though, if he was driving it, if the belt broke, I'm guessing the motor would automatically die. He drove it to a place and then shut it off to check it out, and then it would start back up. I'm guessing if the belt snaps, it would automatically kill the motor, I would think, right?
If it was the supercharger belt.
No, because the supercharger belt, or is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Supercharger is going to go all the way down to the crank.
Yeah, I had it backwards. I know what you're talking about now.
Night, Sally.
Eleanor, I gotta find. I mean, I know where the numbers are, but I haven't gotten under the car. I haven't gotten under the car near the starter to pull the numbers.
Yeah, you need to get those numbers. Why you didn't do that?
I know it's an F-150. F-150 parts have been working, so. Well,
So is that officially what we're dubbing it now? Not a Sublime, a Brailsford? When you accidentally it's like, yeah, oh, you know why? Because it's not going to happen very often, so you don't have to worry about it as much as people do in the Sublime.
yeah, I don't have to hear it. That's right. Yeah. All right, and then honestly, I won't hear it because the stream will be over, so I'll just never hear.
True.
I think I'm going to go ahead and end this because I want to work on the car a little bit. It's already 10 o'clock here. So
All right, cool.
I'm going to end it, clean some stuff up. Appreciate everybody hopping in. If you haven't, please hit the like button. If you're pissed because I closed the stream, hit the dislike button. I don't care. But we'll see you guys next time.
Hang on, I got to hit that like button here. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can do it on the way out.
Okay. It is, Mike. It is very interesting how Primo just got here. Do I stay or do I go?
See,
I stay
like
for
that.
a few minutes. You only been on here 20 minutes on the second one, 56 minutes on the first one. So give it another 10 minutes.
My God. All right, let me grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. I wanted to go get a drink from the house.
Well, go ahead. We'll handle it for you for a minute. Hey, Sublime, what year is that? What year was that Roush? 17?
Yep. Oh. 17 Roush Stage 3. Uh-oh. Damn, man. The guy, I didn't want that, man. I wanted my own stuff. Sabino.
All right.
What's up, Primo?
What is up, Primo? Hey, Primo, I enjoyed your last. Primo, I enjoyed your last video, man. Your last video was good.
Like, no pressure. Oh, dude, that's one of the ones I lost.
Yeah, well, everything you did with your wife, Primo, if I told my wife, hey, I want to get your reaction on a video, she'd be like, no.
What's up, Go Fast? Congrats again on the 900.
Let's see. Primo, you missed. I had a stream open. I accidentally closed the stream, trying to get off it on my phone. And we talked Fox Buddies. We talked a bunch of people buying, a couple people buying bosses.
It's a roasting night. All right, Eleanor. Have a good one.
Hey, later, Eleanor. I'm craving some cookout, man. I'm going to go get some cookout. So, yeah, man. Primo, that's what you got to do, man. Like, you guys, you don't see my wife as often on these things, but you see my kids. Like, that is my personal side right there. Oh, I don't doubt it. What'd Go Fast say? I missed Go Fast. What'd he say? Everybody's congratulating him. What'd he say?
Nothing. He hit 900 subs.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
I think he's at like 905 last I checked.
You're on the down slope.
He's probably checking every 10 minutes. Once you get to 900, it's like, okay, how quick they're going up, how quick they're going up.
Well, I was able to watch the moment it happened, and I got it on video, which was pretty cool.
Really?
Well, when I hit 1,000, I was recording it.
Oh, yours. I thought you meant for his. Okay, I got you.
Oh, I dropped back down to 599 again.
I've actually, I haven't lost people in a while, but like this past week, I had twice that I lost like a huge chunk, which was kind of weird.
I was at 602, then went down to 598, got back up to 600, and now I'm back down to 599.
Primo, it's actually in really good shape, man. There's very minimal rust. There's some rust on the bottom of the inside of the doors. I'm going to bust it off with a wire wheel and just throw some POR on it. It's slow. It's a truck motor, but it sounds good. And I'm going to have a buddy come cut the cats off, and we'll put pipes in for the Flowmasters, and it should sound good.
I forget. That's an auto car or a stick car?
It's auto.
So what's a 4-speed?
I think it's 4-speed.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Second drive, overdrive.
Primo, here's my leap of faith, and not really a leap of faith. It's kind of like it's wishful thinking. I'm hoping that my wife will drive it to car shows one day if I can get the AC working. And she'll come participate. Stupid Fast, you don't, or not Stupid Fast. Silverback, you don't have a truck motor. You have a freaking, you got a race car motor in your truck.
Well, it's just got the stock motor that came with it, just with a few things added to it.
Yeah. Where in South Carolina, Go Fast? You're still at least an hour away from me, at least.
All right, hey, I just messaged Ken.
I don't know what the rear gear is, but I definitely want to put 373s in.
Look on the tag on your differential cover, and then go back to my video on the rear end, and I explain how to read the tags. I can't remember. I've slept a lot since then.
Will do.
I messaged Ken, and he said on the Roush, the back belt is for the blower and the AC compressor. The front one is for the water pump and alternator.
For what car?
For a 2017 Roush.
Oh.
So wait, what is it?
You sitting there? God.
Let's read the chat. Sorry,
did you take your pills? Did you take your pills today? Did you check your batteries in your hearing aids yet?
So my wife has been in the car like 9 times, maybe in 5 years, maybe. And the first time she got in it. So if you don't know anything about the Boss, it's the first car that came out with the track key. Put the track key in, it starts chopping, and not only does it start chopping, the car starts kind of like shaking a little bit with the item. Yeah, and so like it happens, you hear this. It's kind of cool because it doesn't do it until it hits operating temperature. So when it hit operating temperature, you blip that throttle, you hear a little ding in the sounds like almost like a warning light coming on, and then the car starts chopping and shaking. And so my wife's like, "What was that? Like something wrong with the car?" I'm like, "Oh no." Doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
So what did it say, Mike?
All right, I messaged Ken, and he said on the Roush, the back belt, it's got 2 belts on it. He said the back belt is for the blower and the AC compressor. The front belt is for the water pump and the alternator.
Mr. Hustle Hard, hello, sir. So everybody's saying, hey, Street Fox.
Mr. Hustle Hard, what's up?
Let's see.
Street Fox,
Brody,
what's
hello,
up?
sir.
50, what's up? Go fast, congrats, brother.
What do you mean things got a whole lot better, Brody? What are you talking about? Am I talking about my quality of the video because I'm not completely like a Picasso going on in here? I think I know what happened last time. Last time my wife was watching it because my son was in it, and she was watching it on our big screen TV, which is right next to my router. We don't have the greatest internet, so it was probably sucking the entire signal out of that thing.
Yeah, Primo, the guy that bought my Roush, he was driving it. He went to turn on the AC. He noticed it wasn't working, so he pulled over to check it out. When he went to start the car back up, it wouldn't turn over. So we're sitting here basically trying to troubleshoot what we think was causing.
Oh, I got you.
I don't think you threw a belt on it. I don't think
tell us in a second.
Yeah, I don't think you threw a belt. I bet his alternator went out.
I'm tracking you, Brody. I got you.
And it was just running. Everything was, like I said, it was running off the battery, but the battery wasn't being charged back up by the alternator.
Well, Stupid Fast, I learned that like it does get frustrating. I think watching long intros. Is the Boss intro too long? Because it's like 23 seconds. I didn't think that was too long. I like my Boss intro.
I think my intro was 15. I think my intro was like 15 seconds.
The Fox intro is very basic because I've literally It's not driving, so I had to film it in my driveway. So I'm gonna redo it once it's actually rolling. I can get somewhere nice.
What's up, Street Fox? What's going on, sir?
We talking about the Fox? Oh, you're talking. What car are you talking about?
What does it do?
Roush?
No, Primo. All he told me was he, like I said, he pulled over to check it out. He looked at it or whatever, and then when he went to start the car, he said it wouldn't even turn over. He didn't say if it was clicking or not, but he said it wouldn't turn over.
I can't wait to hear what he bought. Do you know what he bought?
Who?
Ken.
Yeah, I kind of know.
Oh, he knows something. He's gotta come out with it, or we're gonna
I
kick him out
can't,
of the
bro.
stream.
I can't. I keep getting accused of this stuff. This time, yeah, no. that's for him to reveal.
So go fast.
What, Speed Addict bought something?
What's up,
Yeah,
y'all?
that's why he's selling his green Mustang. 38 grand.
I commented. I was like, it seems like you were just saying that this is the car you want to build, and now it's going away.
Funky
Literally
sent me a
just saying
text saying, I win. I predicted he would sell it within 6 months. He's like, I don't know what I win, but I win it.
So yeah, Brelsford, I'm on 95 headed south. Just came across the North Carolina, South Carolina border.
Yeah, I know, Silverback. I know. Wait, what'd you say, go fast?
I'm in South Carolina on I-95 southbound.
Of course, my signal's crapping out again.
Gotcha.
What's up, Byron?
What's up, Byron? Yeah, Primo, basically, he's debating which car he wants to sell now, the Fox or the S550. So, Primo, I'd be curious to see what you think that problem would be on that car. Mr. Tech, Mr. Ford Tech. Yeah, where's Ford Tech when you need him? Yeah, he's been driving it hard, but to tell you the truth, he's probably not driving as hard as I drove it. That's for sure.
Hey, Byron, how you doing, sir? Sorry I missed you when you popped in there and skipped down.
Bet you ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, I don't think gas is a problem.
Maybe a dead battery.
Is T in here?
Nope, not when I have my own, MJI. Not when I have my own.
Did I miss T? Is T in here?
I don't see him. Where is he?
I don't know.
I don't see 1050.
I don't either.
So Brelsford, where are you at?
I'm in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm like near right outside Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
Oh, North Carolina. I thought you were in South Carolina for some reason.
Pony is.
Gotcha. I can never remember which Carolina all y'all are in.
All right. You know what? I ain't going to say the F word, but this is messed up. But do you know what word I'm thinking of? I messaged Ken. I said, okay, what did you buy? And he said, what? I said, well, I heard that you bought something, but no one will say what it is. And I said, I was just curious. And he said, well, I ain't going to say what he said, but he's just throwing little hints at me. Oh, I know what he got. Oh, my God, I know what he got.
How do you okay, so Street Fox or Mike, you might be able to answer this. How do I check the firing order on my car?
How do you check the firing order?
Yeah.
Get your number one piston, which is the front piston on the passenger side, to the top dead center. Pull your distributor cap off, see where your rotor button's pointing. And that number one wire, you want to go counterclockwise. Actually, yeah, on that one, yeah, counterclockwise.
Yep.
18546. Wait. 15486. Hang on, I'll get it. Because I was just on mine the other day. 1543. Wait.
There's an 8 in there. That's an
Yes, I
8.
know. It's 78 is the
Hey,
last
hello,
two.
sir. Chuck, how are you
Oh
doing
my
today? If you're
God.
still here,
I feel like a damn idiot because I gotta Google this shit.
well, I don't know it. I mean, I'm the one asking.
Hey,
So
don't worry, I'd have to Google it too. But I thought it was like 185 something. Or is that a small block Chevy?
Well, I know. No.
Street Fox put it right there. 137265548.
No, there's two different firing orders.
He also said follow number 1 wire to the cap and counterclockwise wires should be 3.
15426378.
That's it.
But even if it's a F-150 motor,
Yeah.
how do we
They're
know
built
what
off.
the
They're built
F-150
off.
motor is?
Just because it's a truck motor doesn't mean it's not a 4302. They're built
not
on
a
the
roller.
same platform.
It
No
may
matter
not be a
whether it
roller.
was put in. They could have put that engine in a station wagon. They could have put that engine in a damn Fox body. They could have put it in a truck. They could have put it in a Pinto. They could have put it in anything. But your firing order is going to stay the same because it's built on the same platform.
Look what 4 Blue says. The only
But
firing motor
they have two different firing orders.
Fort Blue's in
4
here?
Blue
What's up,
jumps
Fort
right in.
Blue?
What's up, 4 Blue?
the four blue. You know, I said I was going to get off in 10 minutes. Here we are, charging on 20 more minutes.
You
lot more
enjoy
people
this.
jumped in.
Hey, you enjoy this crap, okay? Don't say
I
you
wanted
don't.
to do some.
To get
I
off.
wanted
I
to
mean,
do some work. I was trying to get some work going.
Hey,
Well, so
this is
turn around and get
valuable.
I'll
some
tell you
work on
what.
the live stream.
I got to get off here because my wife's calling. So there you go. Have a good one, y'all.
Later, man.
Later.
Valuable information you're learning, sir. It's not like it's just all gone for naught.
Turn around and get some work done on the live stream. You're
Well, no,
standing
I'm
right
just trying
there
to
at it.
clean. I was trying to clean some parts. My deep sink's right behind the laptop, and I think that'd be too loud if I start running.
1-900 what? 999
Next
per minute?
gen.
What's up, next gen?
What year is your Fox again? 85?
85.
Hey, next gen, 85 Fox body. It is the truck engine, but it's the same platform. Firing order on that, would that be the 13726548 or the one? What did I say it was? The shit. I done forgot. What the hell? How did I forget that already? 15426378, like my car. The best way is to find your number 1 plug and go counterclockwise, and then go to your next plug.
Let's see.
Pop up 4 blue gauges comment.
51 boat engine is
Yeah,
reverse
look at
rotation.
4 Blue's comment.
Nice.
HO. So basically, yours would be the
Stream
154.
quality.
Flat tapped and roller doesn't have anything to fire on it. Really? The 4 Blue dropping the knowledge.
What's up, Mr. Matthews? How you doing, sir? I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome.
That's next
We're
gen
talking
Sun.
Fox body Mustangs. What's up?
That's next gen Sun.
Oh,
What's up, Miles?
Next gen car guys. That's his son, Miles
Hello,
Matthews. They got internet, so he gets to put up on live streams now, and he subscribes to everybody.
I got you.
You might see his sister in here in a minute, which is Avery. What's up, Miles?
My signal's getting crappy all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Seems fine on our end. You're not freezing up right now.
I think my laptop might be dying. Like the battery might be dying.
Show your battery percentage.
What's up?
So does it show your battery percentage?
Yeah, give me a sec. Low. It's got.
Oh, now it's getting choppy.
Yeah, you froze for a second there. Yeah, look at your rear end tag and go to that video that I did. I explained how to read it 100%. Tells you which plant it was made out of and everything. What gear it has and everything. What size the rear? It'll say what size the rear end, what gear is in it, and everything. It'll tell you whether it's 7.5 or 8.8.
I was on the way home today from dropping the car off. I came across an
Wonder if
01 Trans Am, midnight blue. Thing was gorgeous.
Is that car an LX?
What, the Trans Ams?
No, I'm talking to Brusfer.
Oh.
Brusfer.
Yes, it's an LX. Yeah.
It's an LX? If I had to bet, I would say you probably got a 7.5 inch rear end with 308 gears.
Wow, look what Ford Blue said right there.
Okay. We're just gonna sit here.
Big shirt, dirty diapers, and on the internet about it.
Let me guess, that's happened once?
Too funny. It was a 2001 WS6 Trans Am. I got a chance to talk to him. And I asked him how much power he was pushing. And he said, with or without nitrous? And I said, both. And he said 550 without, 750 with. He said he had the capability of doing a 450 shot, but he said he obviously wasn't going to do that because his motor probably isn't built for that.
Hey, Ford Blue, when I was redoing a lot on my car, when I first wired it back up with the new wires, I went to 137265548. It would start, but we had to throw a lot of time into it to get it to start, and it would run like crap. And then we got to check and then realized that we had the wrong firing order. And once I wired it 154263778, it ran better. But I did a rookie mistake and wired it off of the driver's side front piston, which I wired it up off of number 5 piston. Once I realized my mistake and wired it off of the correct piston, it ran a lot better. But it did run on the both firing orders. It's just it ran like crap on one, and then once I realized all my mistakes that I did, it ran a lot better.
That V10, that V10, Mr. Hustlehard, that V10 Excursion was not bad, but I'd get a diesel if you can get the 7.3.
The diesels usually last longer, don't they?
They did have a turd diesel, I thought. I thought there was one that wasn't great.
Plus, I guess it all depends on what they're using it for. If they're going to be using it for towing, then they definitely want the diesel. If they're not, then...
I mean, it doesn't really matter. The other engine's a V10.
No.
Ford Blue, I agree with you on that, but a lot of the 4-cylinder a lot of the 4-cylinder 4i cars had 273s. Your V8 4-cylinder or your V8 4i cars, which was your LS models and stuff, non-GTs
Thanks
were
for coming, Chuck.
308s, but they were 7.5-inch rear ends instead of 8.8s. Because I thought I had an 8.8 rear end under mine because I had, it had the V8 in it and all, and of course it was an LS model, but it had a lot of work done to it. It had headers on it and everything, but I figured just because it was a V8, it had the 8.8 rear end under it. Well, boy, was I mistaken. When I got to looking,
Interesting for Blue. I'll have to take a look.
I'm telling you, dude, save this chat, and you probably gonna have so many answers that you probably want to go back and see. Or just
I don't delete them really.
Just call for Blue. Call for Blue.
yeah. When you look on the tag, it'll say 7.5 or 8. It'll say 7.5 or 8.8. It won't have the point on it. It'll say 75 or 88. If it says 88 on it, it's 8.8 rear end. If it says 75, it's a 7.5. And then the first two numbers are your gear ratio. If it has a 7.3, then it's a 373 gear or 273 because it'll have a 2. It'll be a letter or a number, a letter, and then 2 numbers. The first number is your first number of your gear. The second 2 numbers is the last 2 numbers of your gear, and then the 2 numbers after that is your rear end size. And it'll be on your little tag on there if it's still on there. Those tags, a lot of times they get broke off, but if no one's messed with it, then.
Well, then I probably have a 7.5. What's so bad about a 7.5? Just can't handle as much power.
Right. It's just a smaller rear end housing, basically. Smaller axles. But the nice thing is you can put a 8.8 rear end under it and it bolt right up.
Well, I probably got that junk Street Fox. Probably more than likely, but we'll see. I mean, I got junk everything else. It just looks nice.
Maybe that's why you got so cheap.
Oh, I know you can find 8.8s all day long. I think I see them on Facebook every now and then.
No, but I mean, just the fact that it's still in that good a shape, you know what I mean, still makes it worth the money you paid, regardless of the motor.
David, it's a V6 car. It's a V6 car, David, that became a V8. So it probably still is 7.5 unless they swapped everything out. And I'm starving. I didn't eat dinner today.
Go eat some dinner.
I'm eating pretzels.
Going with the pretzels.
Well, yeah, I was changing the rear end gear on mine and or not the gear but the oil, and then I looked up how to read the tag on it, and that's when I decided to do that video on it. And I was like, well, crap, this is a 7.5 rear end. I was thinking it was an 8.8. The GT cars, the GT cars, they put 7.5s in some of them, but they put a different gear in them.
Well, because my car is so much different than a normal Fox body, I'm not doing like a how-to, because I'd be doing a how-to change your water pump on an F-150, but it's in my Fox body. So I'm just going to do hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I had to do, and do updates that way. So that way I'm not filming the whole thing.
You won't be doing a how-to on change your F-150 water pump. You'll be doing a how-to on change your Fox body water pump.
But it's an F-150.
Because it doesn't matter. The only difference between the truck motor, 99% of the time, the only difference between the truck motor and the car motor is the intake.
I got 3 pulleys. Or 3 belts.
Later, Byron. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, but you can convert that back down to just one belt.
Yeah, if I buy like all the Fox body accessories.
No, you just buy the brackets. All you need is brackets. My car's got 2 brackets for it.
I got a guy who's trying to sell me some, so if he gives me a good deal, I'll probably buy them.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm already putting on
But it's the same water. It's the same water pump setup. The water pump bolts up the same as the truck and the car. The fuel pump's the same. Everything else is the same. The only difference is the placement of the pulleys or whatever on some of them, because your truck compartment has more room in it than the car, so everything can they can spread everything out a little bit more.
Look at Ford Blue's comment.
And most of the time your intakes are going to be taller because of the truck.
See what Ford Blue said there?
Yeah. Well, mine's an AOD, so yeah. If it breaks,
There's nothing wrong with AODs. AODs. I mean, I had a 91 with AOD in it, and it was a strong transmission.
Well, that's fine though. Like if it breaks, great. It gives me something to replace and upgrade.
I'll say my 7.5, or not my 7.5, but my T5 if I ever get me a C4.
Well, yeah, stupid fast. The guy who bought it before me, he didn't know it had been swapped, so he went ahead. Like he started working on it, and when he started buying parts, he's like, "This isn't matching up." Like it was done so well, and it was pretty clean when he bought it, that he just didn't notice until a little bit later.
Yeah, MGI says it pretty plainly.
Ford Blue, what do you want for the 8.8? And where in the hell do you live as far as state-wise?
Kansas.
He's in Kansas, that's right.
What's up, Boosted? Hello, sir.
What's up, Boosted?
Boosted, what's up, brother?
Yeah, I'll get an 8.8 at some point. I mean, I might have an 8.8. They might have been done already. Who knows? The car's already.
Yeah, if he's already swapped
it.
Yeah, if he's already swapped the truck motor in it, he could have swapped the rear end too. That's very well possible.
Okay, stuff moved in. Get your 8.8 with this.
Street Fox, you hit it right there, my friend. That's probably what I'm going to go for. But I'm probably going to pay somebody to do the rear gears. I like doing things myself, but I really want those done right.
Oh yeah.
But I'll install at 8.8.
373 gears.
See what MGI
he wants too much money for his 8.8s. Way too. He's proud of his parts. Trust me. I've already asked. And his rear ends I don't trust, because a lot of the cars he gets in has been hit from the rear or hit from the side, and I don't trust that that they're straight.
No, Boosted. Why would we hate you for doing that? It's all good, man.
But Street Fox. What I was going to say to Brailsford is the 373 is an all around good gear.
Yeah.
It's a good highway gear, plus it's a good go fast gear. But if you want more torque and still want a good all around gear, you can go with like a 355 and still be within that same realm. You just you won't have as good of a highway gear as what a 373 would be. Look, Matt done, or Sublime done pulled a Sublime.
I'm just curious, like, what RPM I'll be cruising at on the highway if I'm doing like 80.
With a 373, probably around 2,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's 4 gears.
I don't know. That's right. You got AOD. You might be about 2,500.
Hit the back button 1 too many times. GI.
Let's try super fast.
Fast what?
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't know that existed, Street Fox. I'll have to play around with that. Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot all about that RPM calculator.
I'm gonna put a little bit of money in the Fox right now. Not a lot, but just enough to get it going good. And then
Oh, I meant to ask you. So, did you put the money back in that you took out for the Fox? So now you're able to start buying parts?
I made more selling the MG than I spent on the Fox.
So you basically were able to put money that you took out for the Fox back in and still had a little bit of money left over for parts, you said?
Very little, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good, though. At least now you're in the clear as far as the missus goes. You know.
Well, now we're about to repaint our house. And usually I would do it myself, but like so many little like moldings and stuff that I just, you know what, man, I got this chunk of change I just got. I'm going to hire somebody because I don't want to do it.
Four Blue says, shine a camera in the flash under the car now. I'll tell you if it's a 7.5 or an 8.8.
Well, problem is I was losing my signal out there.
Do like you did before. Go on your
Walk
phone.
back there and just and take
What could go wrong?
take a picture of it and just show it on this camera. Use
All
your
right.
phone. Use your phone. Take a picture.
Stand by.
If you can see the tag on it, zoom in on the tag and get a picture of the tag.
Well, I can't get behind the car. It's going to be from the front, so I'll have to open the garage.
Oh, the car's back there.
No, pulled in.
Oh,
You can lay from the side, lay down on the ground from the driver's side, and just reach your arm under there. I mean, your arm is about as long as one side, or is about as long as one axle.
Oh shoot! I left my sync on. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Who wants to bet 7.5 or 8.8? Guess now. I say 7.5 with 308 gears.
308. Why would it be 308?
It's an 85 model. That was the stock gear in 85.
I thought it was 270.
273s were the 4-cylinder. 308s were the
273.
V8s.
Sorry.
Yeah, 273s were the 4-cylinder gears.
Oh.
308s were the V8 gears. That's what especially on the LSs. That's what mine's got in. 7.5 with 308 gears.
Silverback food. Eat some of that pizza with that crappy cheese.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 308 gears, and it's a 7.5. If it's the stock rear end that come under the car.
Why is 4 Blue not on this panel?
But now you watch. It's gonna be a swapped rear end. It's gonna be an 8.8 sitting on there.
So you, Amy, and all the kids are coming up, right? On the weekend?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Street Box says 273 with a 7.5.
Well, I know what Ken's car is not. He told me he said it's not this, and I said, "Oh shit!" Now you really piqued my curiosity. He'll eventually tell me. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna let him be the one to tell everybody.
I Googled images of it to see if I was like, oh, it looks like that. That's a cool one. You know.
All right.
All right, full screen yourself. That way we can get a better look at it.
Now, hold on. See if I can.
There you go, 4Blue. 4Blue, you should be up here, bro. It's a flare. I just did before the stream started, Street Fox.
Did it have a tag on it?
It looks like a oval to me, so I'm gonna guess this is 775.
Yeah, that's 7.5. If you can get out, under there to the tag and get a picture of the tag, I bet you anything it's 308 gears.
What the flare? Oh, damn, it's already 9:42. Last night I actually went to bed at a respectable hour, man, and it's been a long time since I had 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So good, I must say. It made getting up at 6 a lot easier. Silverback. Hey, whatever Silverback wants, I'll take $5 less. Got you a deal.
Yeah, 4Blue, I do realize that, but they still put the 308s in the AOD.
I'm glad we figured this out because I was thinking about ordering the rear gears just to have them sitting by. So it sucked to have 8.8 rear gears and only have the 8.8 yet. I got too many parts waiting to go on cars sitting in my garage right now.
Start putting them on and make a look for
Well, I'm just now coming off of my baby leave, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then I'll take a leave for a day to see if my buddy will meet me, and we'll try and put the transmission in.
Well, I haven't said anything either, Silverback. So
You said it with your eyes.
what? Then tell me what I said. I said nothing.
Yep, figured it's 7.5. That's all right. All right, guys. Well, it's been another hour. I think I'm going to end the stream and go work for a little bit before it's 11 o'clock, so then I can go to bed.
All right, man.
Later,
Thanks
dude.
for coming on. Please hit
Have
the
a
like
good
button.
one.
Oh, hold on. God bless. I'm not going to end on you because you're coming in.
My internet connection's so bad, I don't know if it's going to let me up here.
We can hear you.
So it's a convertible, and it was a V6 car, and it's an 86 or 85. I don't remember what you said.
85.
Yeah, okay. My internet's so bad, I can't hear shit.
Can you hear me? Testing. 4Blue 1 2.
Uh-oh.
4Blue 1 2.
Sounds like Silverback might be coming in.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's a
I'm out here,
convertible
dude.
V6 car. There's a good possibility it was a factory 342 gear. It could have been a 327 in that 7.5. There was multiple gear ratios in those cars. If it was a factory automatic car, it could have been a 273 or a 342 gear with it being a convertible because it was heavy.
Yeah.
So they did several different things.
I had to join, Matt, because you were looking in the stream.
I'm gonna end it here.
So
and,
I'm thinking if we all just kind of join on and
I mean,
and
I
sorry
could like
for
walk away and let you guys talk, and then I'll come back.
and sorry
I
for all the
told you to go
joking earlier.
work
I'm
on
just
what
gonna
you got to
go
work
through
on. We would run the stream.
Yeah, but I was getting no signal in there.
Hey, pull the back seat out and look under the back seat and see if you can find the build sheet. Look on the driver's door or the passenger door. Some of them were put on the passenger door jamb. And look at the axle code, and it'll tell you exactly what it was factory. It'll tell you the gear
Later,
ratio.
Primo.
It'll tell you if it was 7.5. Go ahead, what?
I was saying later, Primo.
So,
Well, I gotta get going. I gotta take the dogs out.
my internet's so bad I can't stay up here anyway. It's
All
all
right.
of you guys are frozen. So
We're ending the stream now that Ford Blue has said his piece. Take care, everybody.
Later, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.